push too.
Yes, your mics are on.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. You have no idea how wonderful it is to see people out there. You have no idea. So thank you, thank you. So first, we're going to have the flag salute led by Marshall Tunick and Aiden Purdy.
Test.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being recorded for the transcription of the minutes. At this time, speakers wishing to address the board this evening should turn in the completed speaker card to the board secretary. Was there a report taken in closed session? Clerk?
Oh, is this on? Okay, yeah, no, nothing to report out.
Wonderful. Could I have an approval for the agenda for February 7th? As amended. Great. So could I have an approval for the agenda as amended?
I make a motion to approve as amended.
Second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right. Presentations. Woo! You're on, guys. You're on. So Superintendent French, would you like to do the introduction?
Yes, thank you so much. It is our great honor tonight to have President Lee and our Valley, our student, Principal Wee and our students from Spring Valley tonight as we highlight
Debbie.
them. And
Debbie, hold on.
He can't hear you.
maybe mine isn't working. Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, thank you. Let me start over. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to concur with our Vice President. It's so wonderful to see so many people here this evening to acknowledge and honor our students and staff from Spring Valley. So I'm going to turn it over to Principal Wee to introduce his spotlight.
Oh, geez. Is this? We're just gonna go like this. All right. Good evening, everyone. Again, so distinguished trustees, office, parents and families, thank you so much for coming out tonight. We really appreciate everyone's support. Can you hear me? All right. So today we want to really spotlight that what we've been focusing on at Spring Valley, which is working together with both family and community for the center of the students, especially coming off of 21-22, where we were still in the middle of a pandemic, and in the midst of everything, we really were trying to build the relationship with students back. So at the beginning of the school year, I showed this both to parents and staff, and the whole thing was, I didn't say baby steps, but I just showed the photo of how we're really going to take our time to get back to where we were at before the pandemic. And at the heart of it is that we want to build relationships back with our students, our families, and the entire community. So what that looked like was, first, we wanted to first start doing a hallway decorating contest that we started back in the winter. And first shout out to Trader Joe's, because when we had a little bit of a paper shortage at school, we reached out to Trader Joe's, and they were going through a paper bag shortage as well. So if you weren't able to get your groceries bagged, it's probably because of us. But they were extremely generous with donations, and each hallway was assigned. The theme was essentially just holiday and what represents it. And every single student and staff, the whole winning prize was 15 extra minutes of recess. So when you give kind of an incentive to students of recess, they're going to do it. So I was really impressed with the time frame that we gave the students and staff. It got a little cutthroat, but it was really cool to see everyone in a competitive spirit. And a shout out, so the hallway that won was actually Ms. Dokos' hallway, up all the way to Ms. Ryan's hallway. So again, congratulations. They were able to enjoy 15 minutes of extra recess. Also, one big thing that we were able to also bring back was the holiday concert. So I know what was missing last year was a lot of parents were asking, like, are we going to be able to see our children sing? And now that we were able to ease a lot of the COVID restrictions, we brought it back. So as you can tell, we have our wonderful music teacher, Miss Amanda. She is up there. She is leading, I believe, the 2nd and 3rd grade singing, as well as the 4th graders outside where they're playing their recorders. And also, I do want to plug, this also wouldn't have happened without the help and support with the Millbrae Education Foundation. They have been funding our music program. So again, because of that and us partnering with them, we were able to bring back holiday concerts for the parents and our families and community. Heritage Week. So another big week that we have at Spring Valley that we slowly brought back last year that we will bring back again this year is Heritage Week, where the students are exposed to different cultural traditions. So one of them was, for example, outside, we partnered with San Francisco Unified and their program where we have volunteers come out and they teach students lessons in SEL. And with this particular day, what we did was we had them actually lead different stations with our 5th graders. And instead, they were teaching students different cultural games. And then we also partnered with Mills High School. We know that Mills High School has a really great program with different cultural clubs. And in between right there, we have the Latina Mentora program. They put on performance for the students. So again, we'll be bringing it back this year on March 17th, which I know a lot of students are looking forward to. We also have our partnership with the PTA. We mentioned MEF and Dad's Club. So another big shout out as well is our wonderful PTA. We have a wonderful parent support group. We always start out at the beginning of the year with a fall welcome, which is a really great way to invite the existing community and new community members to our school. And then just be an intro to what our school is and what it's about. We have games. We also have our famous dunking, our teacher or principal. And then also we have a live band that actually comes and it's from Millbrae as well. And then we recently also had our neon lights dance, which was also put on by the PTA, which I thought was definitely the hottest nightclub on Murchison. We were able, I know that our PTA worked tirelessly, and we were able to have glow-in-the-dark games. We had a really great sound system. We didn't have a DJ, but the Spotify playlist was definitely on fire. And it was just, I mean, I was definitely shocked because I wasn't here when Neon Lights was before the pandemic. So to see the MUR transformed into just this really great space for families to reconnect and have more great memories was great. So a huge part of Spring Valley is our students. And to really rebuild a relationship back with our students and the community, what we wanted to do is that we make sure that student council has active voice. So I would first like to introduce two of our student body presidents, Mackenzie Vogan, who is our student body vice president, and our student body president, Aiden Cho. So we're gonna first have Mackenzie Vogan. She's gonna come up and say a few words.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Vogan, and I am Spring Valley Student Body Vice President. I have been going here since kindergarten, where Mrs. Finn was my teacher. As a student, I am part of the 5th grade ballet, student council, softball, and band. One of my favorite memories from Spring Valley was going to Sanchez Adobe because it has interactive activities like using the mud pit. Also, I've made some friends who I'd like to mention, like Kayla, Pham, and Shannon Leo. One of my favorite things about Spring Valley are the teachers and recess. The teachers are very nice and helpful, while at recess I get to play with my friends. Spring Valley is special to me because it is a school I've grown up with and has a welcoming environment. I'm glad to have made so many memories at this school. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce our student body president, Aiden Cho.
Hi, my name is Aiden Cho, and I'm the student body president of Spring Valley Elementary School. I have been attending Spring Valley for over 5 years. I've enjoyed every minute of learning from my teachers, the staff, and playing with my friends. I've had many fun experiences at Spring Valley, like volunteering to be a 5th grade valet, where we welcome students to school while helping them get out of cars. Brown bag lunch, where family members came to campus to eat lunch with their kids. Red Ribbon Week, where it was a chance to show school spirit. And Heritage Days, where I learned about other countries. Personally, out of all my experiences, my favorite memory was winning our school elections and becoming student body president. As the student body president, I lead student council meetings, help decide spirit days, and fundraisers for the benefit of the school. Most importantly, the community within Spring Valley is the best. I'm amazed by the kindness and generosity of the staff, students, teachers, and my friends. Spring Valley will always be special to me. Thank you.
So another big event that we've been able to bring back to our school were spirit assemblies. So at the end of every single month, we do a spirit assembly where we do our Star Stallion chant, and then we also announce our Copying Good winners, which was first started off as a monthly thing, and now it's become a weekly drawing. So our Copying Good winners will either win a homework pass, or if you're at the K1, a sticker, because we don't assign homework in K1, so it would not work. But the kids, either way, we want to make sure that they're always acknowledged. And then also it started last year, and now we're bringing it back this year. It was our Spirit Day point winners. So that trophy right there, that is bragging rights for whatever class won for the Spirit points for the month. A big shout out to Miss Stokos' class and Miss Butler's class. For some reason, they keep on winning every single month. We don't know how. But we have now, so it's now become a little more competitive, and everyone's trying to make sure that they steal the trophy away from their classrooms. I believe this past month was Miss Lamb's class and also Mr. Edwards' class, so they're also able to share with the trophy as well. Our next doorway contest is a quick announcement, because I do want to invite the board if you'd like to be judges for our next doorway contest. It's going to be February 28th, and because February is a month of kindness, the focus is on how to show kindness. So each hallway will be participating. And instead of, now the feedback I got back from the students was, how come only one hallway won? Why can't everyone win? So I said, okay, first place gets 15 minutes of recess, second place gets 10, third place gets 5 minutes. I don't know if for certain students you've heard this for the first time, but that's the prize. So, but I do want to make sure that everyone always gets recognized, because and the feedback we hear back from students is very important. And the last thing that we wanted to highlight, and first and foremost, I do want to thank the 5th grade families who made their way out tonight to help with this performance. I truly appreciate all the support, and it's for our character traits. So that's the one big question we got from a lot of staff members and families was, when are we going to bring back character traits assemblies? And what character trait assemblies are, where the focus was that each class took on a character trait, whether it's responsibility, safety, respect, and it's either in a skit or a song. So we were able to bring it back, and that's who we have actually performing tonight, is our 5th grade class, who will be performing a song about respect. So I'm going to have them get set up, and after we're going to go ahead and start. So again, thank you very much to our 5th grade students. Thank you for putting an on-car performance. And that concludes our spotlight for tonight. So thank you so much, everyone.
I imagine that we have a few questions or comments for Spring Valley. Would you like to?
Wonderful. Thank you, Principal Hui. And if you're a parent of one of these amazing students at Spring Valley, please stand up. And if you are a teacher of one of these amazing students, please stand up. Thank you so much. So trustees, Trustee Barbara, would you like to start?
Spring Valley, what a great event this evening to have the kids here to sing. Teachers, parents, fantastic principal. Gordon, your energy, your positive energy, we love it. We all feel it all around the district. Everybody feels it. I know the parents do, I know the kids do. I know that the kids really resonate with you. So that's fantastic. Spring Valley brings back a lot of memories. My daughter went to Spring Valley in the year 2000. And I do see a couple of teachers still here that my girls had. But they were young at the time. They were brand new teachers. But now they're veterans. But they're still here. And I see them. I see them in the audience. They just stood up right now. Heritage Day. I did about 7 years of Heritage Day at Spring Valley. It was really a great event for the kids. They learned so much about the rest of the world. Every nationality and country and what they did, fantastic. All the things that you do there now, you brought a lot of things back that we had all the way back 10 or 15 years ago, and they're back again because they're really success. So I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you, Gordon, for being the principal that you are. We really respect you and we cherish you. So thank you all.
Trustee Chin.
Okay, well, thank you so much. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces. Spring Valley will always have a very special place in my heart. My kids also went there, as I think a lot of you may know in this room. But as Aiden and Mackenzie said, it's really about the memories, right? And Spring Valley has so many great memories. For me specifically and with my kids. I was talking to another parent recently about how he was saying his best times and his best memories are when his kids were at Spring Valley and when the kids are young. So it's really nice. And I really like what you said, Aiden, about how Spring Valley will always be special to me, because that's, I think, very true for me too. So it was a great presentation. It's all about respect, guys. Gordon, really, really appreciate all the things that you're doing. When I see all the things that are coming back, it's wonderful. Like I said, bringing back those good memories. I wanted to really thank this community. I think what makes Spring Valley so special is the strength of the entire community, and really the value and the strength of the teachers that are there. And Gordon, really sort of setting up all of those types of activities that build that community within the families. Having those things that happen on a monthly basis really builds connection. And those are your best times, like as kids, and those are your best times as families, because that's how you really get to know the folks in town. And wanted to congratulate you all on your Distinguished School Award as well, which is incredible. I think it's wonderful since they selected you, selected Spring Valley. All of our schools are wonderful. But really, Spring Valley gets the recognition this time of year, and I really wanted to thank everybody and really congratulate you all. I know you're all going to have a fun time in Anaheim, a couple of you, being able to get that award. So.
Trustee Musa.
Okay. Well, you have another parent that went to school in Spring Valley. I just want to say to the kids, Spring Valley is a special place in my heart as well because my 3 boys went to Spring Valley and graduated in college. Watching the presentation, it brought back a lot of memories that I had at Spring Valley as a mom, as a PTA, as a volunteer. And I do want to give a big shout out to all the kids and the parents because the last couple of years with the pandemic, it's been just craziness and we all had to endure. But the most people that had to endure the most is probably the kids because they had to Zoom, they had to do hybrid, they had to wear masks. And so I do want to say thank you to all the kids for, doing such a great job in the middle of everything. And parents for being so on it with all the changes that we had to go through the last 2-3 years. So again, thank you for all you do as PTA, as volunteer, because a lot of the programs, our principal, as amazing as he is, can't do it without amazing volunteers. And of course, as being at Spring Valley, I'm not going to say how many years I was there with the 3 kids, but I have a lot of teachers that I can call friends. And anytime I need something, I can always call them and text them. They're always there to help and answer and be ready to do whatever it takes to help. Even my kids in college, sometimes I call one of the teachers like, I need help. So again, great experience, great memories, always good to see you. And again, thank you, Gordon, for doing such a great job at Spring Valley. Keep, as your leadership, keeping the programs going and everything going on. So again, thank you for all you do.
Well, unlike my colleagues, I did not go to Spring Valley. And my children, or my grandchildren, didn't go to Spring Valley. But you are very special people just by virtue of the fact that you carry on the tradition of Spring Valley. And there's many teachers who I see out there who I've known through the years when I was a teacher in the district. And so I just want to thank you for carrying on tradition because tradition is very important. And when you have several children in your family that go through the grades, you always want them to have similar experiences as their older brothers or sisters. So I think, tradition is really important. I'm also happy you're bringing back character traits because that's a part that is really near and dear to my heart because academics is really important, but I'm all about, raising good people. And I think Spring Valley is doing a fabulous job of raising and encouraging good community leaders going forward. So that's really important. And lastly, Gordon, you have set yourself up for such success by virtue of these amazing students and staff members, and they're so lucky to have you because you're not only supportive, but you're a cheerleader. And I think we all need cheerleaders in our lives, and you're one of those. So thank you for that. Thank you, Spring Valley. So, without further ado, we have our Spring Valley Distinguished School Recognition. Superintendent French.
Thank you so much, Madam Vice President. Before I start talking about that, I just want to take a minute to thank Marshall and Aiden for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. You did a fantastic job. And I want to thank Aiden and Mackenzie for your words this evening. I, having been a teacher for many, many, many years, always taught at the middle school, and I was just shocked by your words tonight, to hear the maturity in your thoughts and to hear the love that you really feel for Spring Valley is really exciting, and I'm so grateful that you've had such a wonderful opportunity. I want to thank your principal, Mr. Wee. I'll just echo everything that's been said. I think that, Gordon, you have incredible energy and incredible desire to ensure that there's a lot of tradition that continues at Spring Valley while you also put your flair on it, and we are really excited that you're here and part of our team. I want to mostly thank all of our children at Spring Valley. I know our 5th graders tonight with your respect song was fantastic. Not only was it a fabulous message, but it was actually really well sung. I mean, you guys are good singers. We should take you on the road. Maybe raise some money for the Millbrae Elementary School District because you did a fantastic job. And your message, as our vice president of the board has said, it's so important that we have good academics, but to know that we're being a part of having an imprint on our citizenship and children behaving and acting kindly and treating each other the way we know we should is just what it's all about. So thank you for sharing that. And I know those character traits. I've seen many assemblies across the district, and it's super wonderful to see that we can be back doing those things. So next, we're going to take some time and we're going to talk about our fantastic staff and teachers at Spring Valley. So if you're a Spring Valley teacher or any staff member, if you could please come forward, we would appreciate that. Everybody who's here from Spring Valley, who is a teacher or classified staff member, please come forward. So for a little bit of context for our audience, in the state of California, every other year, there is what we call Distinguished School Award. One year it's for elementary school, and then the next year it's for secondary schools. And typically what has to happen for a Distinguished School Award to be given is a school has to apply. They have to determine a certain thing that they're doing, an expert trait, or like fantastic results in a given area, subject area, or like your character traits. You have to have like a distinguishable program or an exemplary process. So during COVID, Distinguished School it stopped because of course children weren't in school. And while still fantastic things were happening, the first year, there was no awards. The second year, the state kind of determined, how are we going to do this? And they decided that there would be no application for the award, but instead the state would look at the progress of children in a few areas during COVID, and those schools would be recognized by the state without application. And having been a principal in schools and superintendent in schools with distinguished schools, I think it's a fantastic process for an application. But for Spring Valley staff to have been chosen out of 1,000 school districts, there are 356, only 356, who are receiving this award. I cannot imagine the immense pride that you must feel for the work that you have done on behalf of Spring Valley. I can only express to you that in the short time that I have been here, I know when Gordon and I walk your classrooms, that it's not only the educational piece that's so important, but it's the enthusiasm that we see in the classroom. It's the excitement around your traditions. It's your involvement with your community. I could go on. And those are all contributors to your excellent progress, academic progress that was made through COVID, which is what Spring Valley is being recognized for. So on February 16th, we are going to be in Anaheim at the Disneyland Hotel, celebrating these 356 schools across the state. Of course, we will be celebrating most for Spring Valley, and I know that Gordon is coming along, the leader of the pack, and we have 4 teachers coming with us. And we cannot wait to celebrate our Spring Valley teachers and staff at an I'm back to my principal days, at an awards ceremony, and then a dinner that evening that honors their great work on behalf of the entire staff. Additionally, after that, when we all come back, we are going to host an event for the entire district to attend, to come and celebrate Spring Valley and congratulate Spring Valley as colleagues for your incredible work. So we wanted to take some time tonight to just honor the staff. And we know that you couldn't do this without your community, without your principal, without your wonderful students. So it really is an award for all of you. But we thank you, we appreciate you, and we just extend a tremendous amount of value to you for the work that you do on behalf of our children every single day. So thank you so much, and congratulations. We're very, very happy. And we're going to ask the board to come down and take a photograph with, everybody get close.
Agent.
Yeah, no.
So before any of you leave, especially our Spring Valley students, we have cookies for everybody. So we're going to take a 5-minute break to honor you with cookies.
The mics, mics are on.
Okay, everybody, we're going to continue on with our agenda. So next, public comments. Speakers wishing to address the board on items on the agenda may complete speakers' cards and submit them to the board secretary. Speakers addressing specific items on the agenda will have the opportunity to address the board at the same time of the agenda item in the meeting. If you are addressing the board on a non-agenda item, please be aware that provisions of the Brown Act prohibit the board from acting or discussing such matters at this meeting. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes per person per topic. MEA.
Oh, thank you. Good evening, trustees and Superintendent French. I want to again congratulate the Spring Valley teachers, staff, students for getting Distinguished School Awards, so congratulations again. I also want to talk about Meadows this week. Meadows opened their Reading Nook. It's a place for kids to go during recess, and each teacher has a time slot in which they can visit with their class and read. Marcia from the Millbrae Library came to read to all of the classes, as well as encourage the kids to sign up for a library card. Thank you, Trustee Ferrario, for coming. We were very excited to see you, and I know the kids were, and principal was as well. I also thank our PTOs and the many volunteers that helped got that started. As we continue to negotiate this week, I'm hopeful that we will reach an agreement soon. We would like to settle on a contract that fairly supports our hardworking teachers. Many of our teachers have come and had to take second jobs to help support their families. Some choose to tutor, babysit, work in retail. This takes time and energy that our teachers would prefer to spend on their students and in their classroom. Unfortunately, we continue to lose teachers due to the high cost of living and lower salary. We hope that the district will choose to use the substantial COLA that we are receiving from the state to support and retain current and future teachers for the benefits of our students. Thank you.
Good evening, Superintendent French and Board of Trustees. I also want to thank Spring Valley and congratulate them on all their hard work. Their presentation was fabulous. It was inspiring. And I'm echoing some of what was already said, but I just want to mention or remind or restate the fact that one of the goals in our district is to hire and retain quality teachers. And the Millbrae School District is struggling to do that. I know other districts are too. But I know personally, I've had 4 different teaching partners in the last 5 years. 3 of them have moved because of the expense of living here, and they've gone to jobs that pay better. And so it's difficult because as a team of teachers, we're there providing for the students. And every time there's turnover, you're starting that process all over again. That was my nose. Ultimately, it's the teachers that create the learning environment for the students. And teachers are often asked to include extra students in their room or teach extra periods or extra classes because of this lack of teachers. So if we want to hire and retain teachers, at the very least, we need our salary schedule to raise at the same rate as the cost of living. So if we want consistency for our staff and our students, if we want to be competitive in the job market, not just keeping up with the cost of living, but by not keeping up with the cost of living, our district will ultimately make it more difficult for teachers to stay. So ultimately, I'm just saying, reiterating that as close as we can possibly come to giving an increase on the salary schedule to help retain these teachers, it's going to benefit not just our teaching staff, but ultimately it's going to be benefiting our students. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. CSEA?
Not yet.
Okay. MEF?
Thanks, everybody. I haven't said anything yet, so you can clap later, too, I guess. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Layla Morris. I'm this year's MEF president, and I just want to say hello to our board, to our district office staff, to our Spring Valley and district teachers. As a parent in the district, I have a fifth grader who's going to be going to Taylor with some of the fifth graders that we saw from Spring Valley next year, and I get kind of overwhelmed every time I see kids stand up and use what they've learned in class out in the community, and to kind of show off the best of us and what our teachers are doing to teach and guide our kids every day. So that's for free. That's not an update from MEF, but thank you, Spring Valley. Thank you, Principal Wee, and all of the teachers. Karen Finn, you get a special shout out because you're my friend. And you also serve on the MEF board. So thank you for your service and being the voice of teachers to let us know what you need from us. So thank you, Karen, for that special service. I appreciate it. So the update from MEF is that we are heading into our gala season. So for those of you that don't know, gala is our biggest and kind of our final fundraising effort for the year. It accounts for about a quarter of what we're able to raise every year. And last year, as many of you know, we were able to grant $545,000 to the school district. Our goal this year is $650,000, and I might get in trouble for giving you this because it's not an official number yet, but we're doing, I want to say, better than we ever have done, and we're over 60% of our goal going into gala this year. So that's and that is a testament to the parents in the community. We just finished our readathon. And for those of you that don't know, we raised $38,000 last year in the readathon. And so our goal was to up it by a certain percentage point. And so that gave us a really weird number of $42,000. And we like nice round numbers, or not even numbers, pretty numbers when we're setting goals, okay? So we said, okay, 42,000, that's a weird number. Let's go 45,000. And on Sunday morning, before we closed the readathon on Monday evening, we were at 34,000. And so I texted Anshu, who is our VP, who is in charge of readathon, and I said, you know what? This is an incredible amount of money. You have done an incredible job. Our students, our teachers, our parents have done a great job. This is nothing to sneeze at. Because I was like, okay, we are not hitting that 45,000 because we have like 36 hours to go. And by Monday night, the parents, teachers, grandparents, students, they hit 45,000 and they went over that goal. So we know. And what got me excited was that our kids were excited to read. Every kid in the district is going to get to pie, slime, or dunk a principal because that's how much our kids love to read. They got excited about it, and they need that in their life. They're craving it, and they're so excited about it. So MEF relies on 100% volunteers, so we need your help to pull gala off February 25th. At the Hilton SFO, we need you to come. We need you to buy tickets. We need you to contribute to the teacher fund so that we can bring our teachers to gala with us. Because it's going to be a night of fun, celebration, fundraising. We need you to get ready for the auction and get your big hair ready because it is an 80s theme. So I might have a crimper. I don't know. We'll see. Ralph's going to spike his hair. It's going to be great. So the update from MEF is that I am hopeful that we're going to meet our fundraising goal this year. We need to do an exceptional job at gala to do that, and we need everybody's help to do that. So that's all. Thank you.
No. Nicole, thank you.
Oh. Layla.
I mean, Layla, thank
Almost.
you. Nicole, come on down. Oh, you're
I'll
still
do a
up?
community.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Nicole, remember.
okay. Okay.
You want to just come stand?
Come on up, Nicole.
Come on up, Nicole.
Come on.
Can I do this? This is, I just can't see everybody. Okay, this is community comment now.
Yes.
I'm taking off my MEF hat and putting on my community member hat. One of the things that we heard from our teachers is that some of them have to have second jobs. And that's crazy to me. Like, I heard that from other people, and I was like, oh, not in Millbrae. We don't need to do that. And that breaks my heart that we can't have teachers who don't have to struggle and hustle like that. So one of the initiatives, obviously MEF, our funding goes to the entire district, right? The other stream of funding that we desperately need is to renew and increase our parcel tax, okay? So it's on the special ballot this year. I'm here to tell you that as a committee member for the parcel tax, obviously I'm in support of it. We need that money desperately. So again, we need volunteers. We need fundraising to make sure we can educate our community. But what the parcel tax will mean, if it is passed, is that for the next 9 years, it's an estimated $1 million of funding for the district. It's renewed. Yes, thank you, Nicole, renewed. We already have a $97 parcel tax on every parcel in Millbrae. Our seniors are exempt. That's important to remember, that we do have a senior exemption, but we desperately need this money, and we need the entire community to come out and support it. For those of you that don't know, we did try and pass a bond measure last year to try and fix the facilities upgrades that every single one of our campuses needed, and we lost by 1%. That translates into 180 people in a town of 22,000 total. So the things that in volunteering for MEF, in volunteering for the bond measure, and just being a parent in the district, I know that it's important that we pay our teachers, that we fund our schools, but we need the entire community to come together to do that. So please come see me, email me. Is there a way to, well, you can find me, just look on MEF. But we need your help, and we need to pass this parcel tax. The most important thing is that you come out and vote yes on the parcel tax on May 2nd. Thank you. Here, Nicole.
Sorry, I had desperate messages from my son who's at home. Mom, can you hear me? So I had to tell him, don't call me right now because I'm about to talk to some people. My name's Nicole Nishikawa. I just wanted to take a moment to echo the sentiments of what Layla has spoken here, what our teachers have spoken. Just to reiterate, that parcel tax renewal, absolutely critical, absolutely critical. We won't even be able to do what we're doing now without that. But in addition to that, I wanted to make sure I wrote this down so I didn't miss a moment. So thank you, trustees, Superintendent French, and staff for the opportunity to speak tonight. I wanted to take a moment to address yourselves and our community about our Millbrae School District teachers. I am fairly certain most, if not all, folks in this room and in our community would say that our teachers are amazing. I am here speaking as a member of our Millbrae School District, now for 5 years. I am the parent of 2 Lomita Park students. I am honored to be able to stand here tonight and be the voice for my children and our families for Lomita Park community who could not make it here tonight. I almost didn't make it here tonight. I, like many of our teachers, am here because I care. I care more than I probably should. I stand here just to simply share my sentiments that we love our teachers, most of whom have been with Lomita Park Elementary for 10 plus years. We love our teachers because of the endless love and care that they show up with every day to help our children. They take such amazing care of our children's, not just educational needs, but their social and emotional needs. Our teachers are all a special breed. Bottom line, when our teachers are taken care of, our children are taken care of. It is time to take care of our teachers. Our children can weather any storm, but not without our teachers to show them the path. I ask that as numbers are negotiated, we remember that what is being decided upon is not just a number for this year. It is the future of our students. Our students have lost so much from the pandemic. Education alone has lost so much from their workforce. We cannot afford to lose any additional teachers. On behalf of my family and our Lomita Park community, thank you all for your time this evening.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Superintendent French, superintendent comments.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice President. My mic, I don't think it's working. I'm going to go up here. Am I okay?
You're better off.
Okay. I think it's just me. Oh, no, this is working. Okay. First of all, I just want to echo what Layla has said tonight about MEF, and I want to thank, I don't think Anshu's here this evening, but I want to thank Anshu and the group that carried out our readathon for their incredible enthusiasm. And I want to thank our teachers as well and our staff. I know that at many schools, our kids were engaged with their teachers in competition, and I know one in particular, I happened to have been at Spring Valley the day. I wish I would have known because I would have dressed accordingly. But they were having like pajama parties, and they were trading classes, and they were reading, and the kids were so excited. The teachers were excited. Had I known, I would have worn my PJs, and I would have spent the entire day at Spring Valley. And I know that it was happening across the district with competitions. And just to see the social media posts of MEF and just the enthusiasm around, not most importantly raising money, but around reading and learning and raising money being a benefit of that. So thank you to MEF for that. I also wanted to just give a plug for the gala. My first year in Millbrae, the gala was virtual, and that was fun. And I didn't know that a virtual gala could be fun. And then last year we attended the gala, and it was fantastic. And it was so great to see so many people in one room that care about one central focus, and that is children, the children of Millbrae, ensuring that we are able to continue with programs that we currently have and potentially even add more as a result of what this incredible foundation does for the community and for our kids. So take yourself back to the 80s. If you're not old enough to take yourself back to the 80s, just know that it's the greatest time that ever happened. And puff up your hair and get out your big, what are those colors called? The vibrant pinks and yellow, neon, bow dresses, and your crazy makeup, and come to the gala. And I can assure you it will be a night to remember. We're really, really excited about it. I do want to talk about two things that we're doing that I think are really, really exciting. First thing is summer school. And so I'm really happy we have a lot of teachers here tonight. We are very proud of the summer schools that we are planning for this coming year. I want to, one of them is in the audience. We have 4 administrators of our summer schools this year, and that's for a purpose. We have Carrie Dees, who will be leading our work at Lomita Park, Catherine Wasliff at Spring Valley. Again, it's open to all children, but this is where they'll be hosted. We have Aaron Zlatinich and then William Bill Romer, who's a teacher at Taylor, who will be leading our, I feel horrible, my back is to the board, who will be leading our work at Taylor. We are very excited to announce that this year we are going to be doing something brand new. It will be for the students and the families of our 5th graders, and we will be doing a transitional summer school program for all of our 5th graders that will be held at Taylor. And I came to work a couple weeks ago, and Cabinet couldn't contain my enthusiasm. I just started thinking about, having been a superintendent in a unified district, we used to do this robust transition from 8th grade to the high school. And I thought, why don't we do that for 5th graders? Because it's the same but different. And in talking with a lot of our 5th grade parents who were becoming 6th grade parents last year, especially those who it was their first child, it was this, going to middle school is really this very unknown territory. Not only for the little people, but for the big people, being the parents and the family. So we are creating a very robust transition program for our 5th graders that will be held at Taylor. And yes, there will be some academics, but it will mostly just be a whole lot of fun and excitement about getting them acclimated to Taylor and all of the activities at Taylor and having a day there with their families. So more to come on all of that. We are hoping in our other summer school classes that we'll have at each school, we'll have at least one grade level for each, one class for each grade level. If we have more, that would be fantastic. And we did an analysis up and down the peninsula about what summer school teachers were being paid, and we're happy to say that we are at least meeting that, and in most cases, beating that. So for any of our teachers who maybe have taught somewhere else during summer, we're going to invite you to check us out, because not only are we going to have fantastic programs, but we're going to pay the best on the peninsula. But that has to be a secret, even though we're on TV right now, because people hear that, and then they'll raise their price, and then we'll have to raise ours again. So we just are really excited about the opportunities to offer kids a really robust program in the summer. So more to come on that, lots of announcements coming around that. And then finally, we are beginning this year, we haven't quite named it yet, but I'm just going to go with the initial thought, is we are going to be doing something that we call community block parties. They will be occurring in April, and they will be held in 2 locations. The first location will be at Lamita Park, and the second will be at Taylor, but they will be open to all of our community. The purpose of this night is really multi-tentacled. It's to get feedback on our LCAP. It's to somehow provide a very fantastic dinner for our community. And so we have some ideas around that, so just know that the food will be good. We are going to have activities for students. We are going to have student performances. And we are going to ask families and community members to provide feedback on all of our LCAP goals, provide feedback on our LCAP, on our facilities. If I just want you to kind of think about a carnival minus, the Ferris wheel and the rides, but lots of games, fun food, lots of activities, lots of things happening at one time for the community to come together and provide us the feedback that we don't only need statutorily, but we want to ensure that our LCAP, which is our foundational document that really, really directs what we do in our district, how are we doing on the basis of what you're seeing as our internal partners, our staff, and what our external partners are seeing, our community and our parents. So please, more to come on that. We'll be sending out an invitation, a preliminary flyer and invitation next week, but we're really excited about these 2 programs that are coming and hope to make this an annual event in Millbrae. We think it's going to be a great hit. So I want to thank again Spring Valley for those of you who are still here, and congratulations again on Distinguished School, and looking forward to celebrating and all of our Spring Valley staff. I do want to say something about that. All of our schools are fantastic, and each of them in their own right are doing amazing things, and they should all be celebrated for what they do for our community and for our students. It just so happens that Spring Valley was highlighted, and amazingly so, but I want to make sure that we honor that we have other schools that are doing incredible work every single day for their communities and their kids. So thank you to all of our teachers, to all of our staff, to all of our principals, and to the leadership of our governance team, our Board of Education. Thank you.
Great. Any questions? Any questions? This thing keeps squeaking. Superintendent French, I just had one quick question when you were mentioning summer school. Will they be still having a Jumpstart kindergarten
So
program?
we will be, Claudia can respond to this as well, but so Claudia and Ralph and Terry are going to be in contact with our principals and our kindergarten teachers about what that will look like. If we want to embed that into our regular kindergarten program, or if we want to be done differently. It will look different. If there's a decision made at Lamita Park to do something differently, it will look different at Lamita Park than it would at Spring Valley. So we'll be working with staff to make that determination.
Got it. Because in the past, it's been Alameda Park students that were entering kindergarten in the fall. So it was a kind of jumpstart 2-week session. So I was just wondering, is that going to be part of the summer school program, or just look differently at each school?
So, again, great question. It would look a little bit different at Spring Valley. If, in fact, we decided to do an additional jumpstart at Lamita Park, we can do that based on their Title I funding. It'll definitely look a little bit different because we now have TK. So we have children who are already just like automatically feeding in. But we want to work with our kindergarten team members to say what do you need most with your incoming kindergartners from TK. The answer is yes, that we will have a program, and it may look a little bit different at each of the schools dependent upon the needs.
Great, thank you.
Of course.
Okay, trustee communication. Can I start with trustee Chin?
Well, I wanted to thank all of the teachers for coming here, and I echo a lot of the sentiments that folks have said. We definitely have the best teachers here in Millbrae, for sure. And I also wanted to thank the MEF for the amazing job that you guys all do. You make it look very easy, but I know how much time and effort goes into it, and I am wishing the best success for the gala, and I know that it's going to be a blast. Because of how much we care about our teachers, and because, I know the MEF does so much work to raise those funds, I just wanted to reiterate just some facts about the parcel tax. Fact-wise, the parcel tax, if it does not, the parcel tax is replacing the funding. So without the passage, it would be a $650,000 loss because it expires this year. So that's just the facts. And the facts are that we do need 2/3 to pass this. So we do need participation from everybody, and I appreciate all those comments. The Parcel Tax Committee is meeting this week, which board members are participating in just being part of that. And for updates, there is a website set up for people to just find out more information, which is Millbrae SOS, which stands for supportourstudents.com. So I just wanted to let people know where to go for information.
Trustee Musa.
I don't have anything to report out, but I do want to say it's been really great to having teachers at every board meeting that we've had. So I really, I know it's hard for you guys to work all day, but I'm just happy to see your faces here. And I just do want to say, again, as a parent of a Spring Valley Taylor, and I know the best experiences until this day that my kids, when they go to college and they come home, they talk about the experiences they had at Spring Valley and the teachers, and they remember stories with Mrs. Radavera and the books they used to read, the Chukka Chukka Boom Boom, and Jen Ryan, and it's just a lot of memories that we've had. So again, if it wasn't for our amazing teachers, and we know here in Millbrae, we're so lucky to have you guys in Millbrae and to stay in Millbrae. And so I just want to make sure that, from the bottom of our hearts, that we do love our teachers and our staff. And so I just want to say thank you for all you do. So.
Thank you. Trustee Barbaro.
Got it there?
I got it.
I just want to piggyback on what my colleagues have just said. It's so nice to see teachers, familiar faces, principals, parents, kids, our kids. That's why we're all here. But it's good to hear from everyone because it helps us govern. It helps us make decisions. We hear and we see and we feel what everybody's feeling and seeing. We really do. We really do. We have to make hard decisions. But we want to do it in the best interest of everybody, and that's really difficult. But we love what we do because nights like this really energize us. It really does. It brings us down to earth. It makes us realize why we're here. It's for our kids. So thank you all for being here tonight and sharing everything that you feel and think. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Barbaro. Not to reiterate what my colleagues have said, but I agree, ditto, ditto, ditto. But I just wanted to make mention, I'm on the Facilities Committee, one of our adjunct duties, and I'm really happy to be on the Facilities Committee, and we're going to be doing a walkthrough on Friday, and we're going to be visiting different school sites, so we want to hear from you. It's really important for you all at the sites to let us know what you see as being your top priority, say your top 3 priorities at your site. So before Friday, I think we'll only be at 2 sites maybe on Friday, but we will be coming. And so just get together and decide what you would like to see happen facility-wise at your site. So just a plug for the facilities committee. Okay. All right, moving on to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve as amended?
Motion to approve as amended.
And a second? Roll call. Trustee Barbaro?
Aye.
Trustee Chin?
Aye.
Trustee Musa?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, district business. First, we have the approval of the 2021-2022 financial audit. Paul Pham, Siobhan, and is this
Yes.
Ralph?
Thank you, Vice President
you.
Ferrario and fellow trustees. So just when it's getting good, we have some people exiting. They don't want to see the 87-page audit report that Paul Pham has prepared from Chauvinist Associates. So, but I'm going to turn it over to Paul here, and he's going to go over the audit. We're not going to go line by line over 87 pages. He's going to give a brief summary of the findings.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate the invite to present to you the results of the June 30th, 2022 audit. I'll make it real quick, kind of go through just some of the key numbers and then right into the audit results. So the
What's going on?
all right. So if you take a look on if you look on page 8, table 1, you'll see that the district's net position increased by $3.6 million. You're still in a deficit net position of $1.8 million, but for those who've been around, know it's a lot of that's really a book entry related to your pension plans and whatnot there. So just to get to the meat of what you guys really care about, if I could reference you to the table 4, which is on page 11. So those are your funds. And so if you see there, your funds increased by $1.8 million. And then more specifically, if you go all the way towards the end, let me get that page for you. All right, so it's page 70. So this is the general fund. This gives you a 3-year snapshot of how your general fund, which is the main operating fund of the district, you can see the past 3 years, you guys have had a surplus spending. In the current year, your ending fund balance is at $10.3 million with a 6.9% reserve. So the district's looking really good. That's a great reserve you guys have. So if there aren't any questions on the numbers, I'll go right into the audit results. All right. So we had a clean audit. We issued unmodified opinions, which means that's a good thing. So with respect to the financial statements, it means the financial statements were fairly presented in all material respects. When it comes to your internal controls over financial reporting and on compliance, our audit did not identify any deficiencies in internal controls or instances of non-compliance that are required to be reported under government auditing standards. And in terms of compliance with state and federal programs, we did not note any material non-compliance there either. So overall, we had a good audit. We appreciate all the help that the team at the district, did to help us out. It is definitely a all hands on deck, a team effort, because to have a clean audit, it does involve a lot of departments, and I know you guys have your day-to-day stuff that you guys are doing. So thank you so much for taking the time to help us through all of that.
Tell the city they need to.
WD-40 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they needed to replace these two.
So Does that conclude your report, or are you asking for questions on that?
No, that's it. Yeah,
That's
I
it?
just if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer any of them.
Wonderful. Okay, do any of the trustees have any comments on the, we're grateful for the report, to be honest with you, so thank you. Trustee Barbaro, do you have any comments? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you, Paul. I also want to acknowledge the business department staff at the district. You know, Claudia, Vienna, and Amy did a wonderful job getting the audit and preparing, and all of the requests from Chauvin and Associates, they prepared in a timely fashion to make sure they were able to do the work. So I want to recognize the good work of the business department at the district office.
Great, thank you. So next, we have the approval of the expanded learning opportunities, the ELO-P version 2.0.
Oh, you have to vote.
Oh, we need to vote on the audit. Okay. So,
I can motion to approve the audit report.
it's recommended that we approve the audit, number one. A motion to approve. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve?
Second?
Second.
Roll call. Trustee Chin?
Discussion.
Discussion?
No.
Trustee Chin?
Aye.
Trustee Musa?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Approval of expanded learning opportunities, ELO-P version 2.0. Is this Ralph?
Thank you. Yes, that's me again. So this plan is a work in progress. This is the second version of the Expanded Learning Opportunities Program plan, and we call this version 2.0. And every time we have adjustments to the plan, we are required to bring it forth to the board for discussion and approval. The main difference here with this plan and the original plan was to use some of the Expanded Learning Opportunities funds to enhance the ACES program and to expand the opportunities at other sites as well. So we expanded that to Taylor. So the purpose of this plan is to make sure that we have a robust after-school program at Lomita Park and at Taylor Middle School. And so that's the main difference from this plan versus version 1. And so approval of this would mean we can go forth and continue planning and spending the ELOP dollars for that purpose.
Great. This is an action item. It's recommended that the Board of Trustees approve the revised expanded learning opportunity plan version 2.0 as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Sure. Ralph, can you just clarify for us, because just to clear things up, because I know we pulled item number 7 off the agenda for making changes, and I just wanted to make sure that how does that affect the ELOP at this point?
It
Just to clarify to the community and the parents, I just wanted to.
Great question. It does not affect the plan itself because the plan is to offer after-school services. It does have a partnership with certain members, certain organizations, but if the direction is a different direction after item 7 was pulled, then we would readjust the plan to make sure it's reflective of who our partners are in the work of the after-school program. So this is really a plan to provide after-school care and after-school programming for students at those two sites. So if there was a different direction after the pulling of item 7, we would readjust this plan, bring it back for approval, and then move forward again.
Okay, so I just want to say we pulled number 7 for adjustments and discussions of what's going on, right? I just wanted.
Correct. It does not affect this because this, in a sense, allows us to go forth with those discussions and plans to get that contract in place.
Yeah. No, I like this plan, and I know that it's reflective of this year, and so I think it's totally appropriate. I'm just very much looking forward to ELOP version number 3.0 for next year, since we do have a big pot of money. So want to just make sure we're thoughtful about that.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's a work in progress, and so with the new monies coming in, with new deadlines to spend future dollars, we will be coming forth with another plan for the year 23-24.
Okay, I'm going to call for a vote. Trustee Chin?
Aye.
Trustee Musa?
Aye.
Trustee Barbaro?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Motion carries. Okay, possible future agenda items. What do we have on our list from last meeting?
We didn't have a list last time. We've
Okay.
hit everything that was on, that has been on our future agenda item list. The only thing I will bring back that we have not brought for further discussion is the PE curriculum at Taylor. And we certainly can bring that forth. It's just a reminder to the board that there was a presentation years ago. And I say that, maybe it was maybe just a year or two. I don't know. It was prior to my arrival.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. And the plan was presented, curriculum was presented, however, it was never board approved, and so it has not been implemented. So we have been in initial discussions with our PE teachers at Taylor. We are looking at the curriculum that was there and looking at and seeing if it's in alignment with our state standards. Of course, our state standards have changed a little bit. There is pretty direct alignment, so we can certainly take a further look at that to see if we want to bring it back. To take a peek at what we're doing at Taylor, if that's the pleasure of the board. Otherwise, we know that we are following the state standards for middle school PE, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade standards.
I think I, for one, would like to bring it back, so put it back on the possible future agenda items.
Great, yeah, because I'm assuming it's been a few years, so I'm assuming there's going to be some revisions, like you said. So, yeah, looking forward to your presentation.
Anything else?
Well, I think one other agenda item that was mentioned early on was around ethnic studies curriculum, and just really kind of thinking about what we can do, whether it's a formal curriculum or what we can do informally to try and get us to move towards, a more robust curriculum around ethnic studies.
Certainly, we haven't lost, that hasn't been lost on us. We have been looking at districts that are doing it both ways, right? Like with an adopted curriculum as well as like supplementing what they currently do and sort of integrating it into their other classes. So as you can imagine, it's a relatively long process, but we can certainly bring that back for further discussion and maybe more clear direction from the board.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
And one more thing that it's been a few years since we adopted a homework policy in the district, and I know it's changed. We worked long and hard on that, right? And it's changed, and I think it's different from school site to school site. But perhaps we should look at that again and maybe revisit and have a little discussion on that.
I think we renamed it Learning Up. What did we call it?
It wasn't homework. It was learning at home or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we did revise it a few years ago
We
before the
revised it.
pandemic.
So we kind of eliminated the quote homework policy, which was 20 minutes for one grade level.
Yes.
Yeah.
The standard CSBA
Standard,
guidance,
yes.
right? So certainly we can bring that back. This is a little teaser of what's to come. However, one of the things that, and I'm going to call out Jen Colombo because she's in the audience, and I know she and I have had some brief conversations around this, but one of the things that we're really looking to do is we do have our CAC, which is our curriculum committee, with our teachers. And while that's a super important committee, not to at all take to diminish that the importance, we really are going to be working. It's actually on our list of things to talk about at our meeting with our union leaders. Is we would like to develop a committee with our teachers around our benchmark assessment calendar, as well as like our report cards, because it's been a minute since I've been in the classroom, and we want to make sure that our report card scheduling is aligned with what the teachers see as the most important timing. Like, it may be different than what we think, like Jen and I talked about, right? Like, I don't need to give an example. We just need to know that our teachers know best when those report cards should be coming out and when's the most, beneficial time to be having the conversations with parents. And I think in alignment with that, I know that Terry and I, as well as a few of our teachers, have had discussion around homework. And a homework policy actually is a very antiquated method, right, of looking at homework. Homework is meant to be an extension of work in the classroom. It's not meant to be like a drill and kill, right? I know I'm preaching to the choir. But these are the kinds of things I could talk about all night. So we certainly should look at revising that to make sure that it's in alignment with our curriculum committee, it's in alignment with our assessment committee, as well as what we're doing with report cards. In addition to that, probably looking at realigning our report cards to make sure that they are meaningful to our students and to our parents. And we'd like to convene a group of teachers in each of our grade levels to do that as well. So big work ahead. You know, like Gordon said all night, the pandemic's over. Well, I mean, it's over, right? We can say that. Maybe not officially till May, but it's over, and we need to get back to that good work of revising those things. So thank you for bringing that up. That's a work in progress, but we can certainly bring that and look at what we currently have based on what we should need for the future.
Yeah, I was just thinking that in terms of conferences and report cards, I think our staff is having ongoing conversations with parents regularly about their students' progress. And I think that speaks volumes, that it doesn't have to be a checklist type of thing. And so I think the report card is really in need of some revisions, along with our homework or at home. I forget the name. You don't remember, Maggie, the name of it?
Homework beyond the classroom.
Homework beyond, no. Learning beyond the classroom. That was it. Learning beyond the classroom. So I think we really need to look at that because we made some recommendations. And I'm not sure if, of course, you know, with the pandemic and everything, you know, they were doing everything at home. So it didn't really matter.
I think just the title itself would lead me to believe that we need to make some revisions because learning happens in the classroom and then like the practice happens at home. So certainly we'll bring that back and let that be the first piece that we start at. We would like to include our teachers in that, at least one representative from each school that has a voice, and they're the practitioners of that work. So getting that input is vital, definitely. We'll bring that.
Great,
Sure.
thank you.
Did you have something?
No, I just want, the goal of us revising the homework policy is because we wanted our kids to go home and have family time, play with his friends, play sports, and homework at home. It should not be something new. It should be something just to make sure that they get the learning in the classroom.
Yes.
So that was the point of us revising the whole homework
That's
policy.
fantastic.
So,
Yeah. Shouldn't have to do anything at home that they haven't learned yet in the classroom. Yeah.
Read. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
Second? Second. Great, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. Thank you, everybody. We're adjourned.